are tuned in. So thank you all for coming. Really, this is a journey, like we just experienced here. And today, we already talked about a couple things that are related to crypto and to what do you know about crypto and what's your knowledge about it, and so we can go a little bit further in a sense, to taking more active step into that environment, and in these steps of actually creating things in that environment will come the teachings, the learnings, by actively participating and learning as you go, because this is a never-ending this is a new phase of our complete whole society and systems and different ecosystems. And so the only way to really learn about it is to participate in it, and to know how things are done is to actually go in there and be in the trenches and experience the path. There'll be different topics today, not just crypto, but also artistic processes, and because crypto and the blockchain and that environment is mainly what do you need? This is actually this is just a tool for you to express your uniqueness and your creativity. So we're using this as a tool and not something that is outside, that is different, that is completely separated from that. So what we do here is to actually go back inside and to create from that space of infinite potentials, really, through the creative process and through these tools that are given to us, that are here available now, at a sovereign base. So it is maybe hard to understand what does that mean, because we haven't had sovereign technology for a long time, and so this is new for everyone, and it's just the beginning. We're just beginning to understand what this is. So I'm gonna start with, since we started with something a little bit more spiritual, going to processes, and I would like to ask you a question. And how is your creative process? Like, what is your creative process? Are you in tune with your creative process? Are you respecting your creative process? Are you honoring your creative process? And how are you honoring your creative process? And what does that mean for you? I can say for myself that a creative process is everything that you do. For me, is everything that I do. I see it with this lens of, this is something that I'm doing, so how am I going to do it? And how can I bring my uniqueness and my personal creative touch on this process, so then it can really reflect my frequency and really have an impact on this world, since everything is frequency, vibration, and sound. Everything that you do through that very unique process that you have will have an impact on this physical realm, because it will activate a certain frequency that is unique to you, and so it will have ripples in this world. So you can maybe start writing down, maybe, what do I have a creative process? What is my creative process? Am I honoring my creative parts of myself? And where am I not honoring my creative processes? And why? Why am I not honoring my creative processes? By not honoring your creative processes, you're dimming your frequency. You're not allowing yourself to access higher levels of consciousness that you can achieve and go and tap into. This is by the way that you dress, the way that you talk, what you wear, what you eat, where you go. These are all type of creative process that you can apply to. And then, are you making art? Are you actively doing your spiritual work? The spiritual work is actually you tuning into your uniqueness and allowing spirit and your higher self, if you call it that, to actually come through your channel. And the more you tap into your own unique process, the more you will manifest things that you are in tune with, the more that you're creating your reality that is in line with who you are. All this is very important for understanding the crypto space, because this is actually a tool that we're going to use to take this process, to take this uniqueness, and to use this tool to share it and to be able to create what needs to be created with these processes. So the more you're in tune with your uniqueness and your skills and ability that you learn through your lifetimes, not just this lifetime, but your ancestors, you have a lot of baggage, you have a lot of gifts that have been passed down generation by generations. And the more you tap into that, the more things will flow. And it's going to be easier to use these tools that are provided here for us to make them bloom. So does anyone wants to share any type of what does that mean for them, or do you have any questions, like what something that they're cultivating? What kind of processes are they cultivating? Because it's not just yoga. Yoga is something you cultivate also. It's a daily practice. But the more spiritual daily practice is how to put your uniqueness in everything that you do. And
So how do you tap into this uniqueness? You say it's connected to vibration and energy, but it's not always easy to stay grounded, and connect to that with the everyday world that we live in. So I was just wondering if you could just elaborate a little bit more how one can tap in.
so, depending on what also is your personal, what do you resonate with? What is your, we always have, there's things that I like that when I see, or I know my heart is like, oh, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this little interest, or this peak of fire that just like gets ignited.
Mm-hmm.
And so it all depends also of every single one of, so what do you like? For example, what's something that fuels you? Like,
yeah, nothing's coming through at this moment, to be honest with you.
The what?
Nothing's coming through to me at this moment in time.
Okay. So
Nothing specific.
You're, from what I see, you're interested in art. You like artistic things. You like, because you like being around these type of energies, right?
Yeah.
So that means that you're more attracted to something beautiful than to something that's not. So this is already a direction.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do in life? Like, do you have physical things that you do, like skills that you've acquired in your life that you went through, whatever it is? Do you have any type of skills that you were willing to share? Like, it could be anything.
Yeah, I haven't been able to really apply all of my skill sets that maybe I have, and I haven't had the opportunity to go to those areas, and I don't know which ones are relevant. Like, I love coming up with new ideas. I love coming up with crazy ideas and exploring them, but you have to be in the right space. I like bringing people together, but it has to be a context. Can't just randomly just like bring people together. I'd like to have it with a meaning. So no real meaning has come through yet to like make some real magic.
But you have something. You went through this life. You're here.
Yeah.
That means you went through, creating things, and
there were things.
So
yeah.
Use them, these skills that you have, and really dive deep. It could be anything. It could be also just exploring one thing. You say, well, I like surfing. I like wood. So just by liking a material, an element, you can dive deep into that.
Mm-hmm.
And to cultivate a creative process is to really like tap into, you like colors. Let's say you like colors, so then you tap into that. Mm-hmm. And making it a practice of like, how can I work with colors in my day-to-day life? It's that's a spiritual practice. To like associate colors, and then you dive, what does color mean? Associate color to emotion, to numbers, to like stars. So colors already have a lot of meaning. So you need to tap into, also you need to do the work. So this is the process, the creative process, to actually, this spiritual work is to use this little spark of like, oh, I like colors. And so that means that your heart is telling you something. It's telling you, look a little bit deeper. What does that mean? Yeah, so you can write down like something, or draw. There's colors here. There's even, we can even had some paint. So it can be what comes through right now. Just it can be very assidual. It can be, I see Baba here is drawing some things, and this is very important what he's doing, because he's actually taking the energy, what's being said, into shape, form, colors. So then this is encoding the information that's being said here through his artistic process. And so it may not, for you, you read, you look at it, you see, oh, this is beautiful. This is something, but for him, it's actually a code to remember where and what was said in this environment. So, well done. This is actually kind of integrating at a different level than the mind, into writing things into. This is integrating at a spiritual level what's coming through. So I'll give you a little bit of time to, like, I really want you guys to, from what was said here, to come up with colors and something that inspires you, that, you know, like any type of...
You can start with drawing a list, with writing down a list of what you love, what makes you happy.
Yeah,
and then with that list, you can start to bring it into shape.
What if you've done a bunch of different stuff?
Perfect.
Yeah, so it could be taking all this into colors and a palette, or just shapes that will reflect the energy of what has been said here, like Leo's doing with his heart. These are symbols, sigils. He's taking all this information and he's translating into a sigil and a symbol that locks in, that has these codes. So when people look at it, they feel something, because it means something at a higher level. Your spirit knows what that means, in a sense. You may not associate it to, like, words. It's not like you're not reading something, but you're actually, this is the first form of communication.
And you can feel with your heart what inspires you the most to start with. Again, what you write down now and what you start with now doesn't mean that that's exactly what you're going to do all the rest of your life. You know, you start with something, and as you start, more things will be revealed.
Yeah.
But sorry.
So be intuitive, like just go intuitive.
So like we're visualizing our like vision or our creative process in that, like this is what this tools we have.
So this is a very this is a space where you can there's no rules here, because this is, you can do several, you can do one, you can do like some sort of color palette, and then you could do some, so just things that will just like trigger you to think about what. So let's say the colors is triggering you, the main theme of what you want to create, and then you're going to like some sort of like drawing symbol that's like, oh, this is like the smaller thing that's in this main thing. The main thing is it's the color palette, and then the color palette gives like, so it's yeah, just start whatever comes through. People feel like they want to like put some paint or work with that, feel free to do so. Gold paint, so this is very strong. So it's like, there's some, can you pass me the brushes there?
What is
yeah, so all this is related. So I'll let you a little bit of time.
My favorite colors here, blue and green. How did you know?
The space too, the blue
Yes.
of the ocean and the green of the jungle.
Heart and throat chakra.
Exactly.
Two very healing colors.
Fifth dimension. Knew it. All is blue and green.
We're definitely in the right space.
We're with the ninth dimension.
Put some paint on these sleeves that you want. Colors here. Pass it on. If you feel like this is something you want to do, you're not, you don't need to, but